baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, freaking baby. I got him. Look at that. 2 lure retrievers on it. That's worth a BoomShakaLaka right there. Oh my God. All right, fellas, I'm just finishing up here on Kerr Lake, practicing for this weekend's super tournament. I have been practicing out here since I got back from Champlain, literally. As soon as I got back from New York, came right out here and started working on this tournament. And it is terrible. I mean, this has got to be, you know what? I don't want to blame it on the lake, because I think everywhere in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, fish is terribly this time of year. It's always tough in August, September, and the 1st of October. You're having to deal with a lot of things, a lot of fishing pressure. It's almost like the fish have gotten smarter. You have to deal with lake turnover. You have to deal with fall transition. There's just a lot you got to deal with this time of year. And it's tough. It's really tough. Now, I think you can catch a big bag of fish out here, but you're going to have to land on them. You're going to have to find an active pocket. You're going to have to find a row of docks that are just have some active fish on them. You're going to have to find some brush piles that have some active fish on them. I mean, it's just tough. It's tough to get bit. I mean, I would love to show you some practice clips. I really would, but there's just nothing to show. It's a catch a dink here, dink there. You know, small keeper here, small keeper there. It's super tough. Silver lining around that is it's super tough for everybody. You can go back and look at the tournament results for this tournament every August or September now. It's always tough. Like it takes like 7-8 pounds to make the cut for this super tournament, which is extremely low. So it's tough. It's always tough. We're gonna have to figure it out on the fly tomorrow. I'm not on a whole lot. I'm not on really anything. I can get bit in a brush pile here or there, but compared to the way Kerr Lake fishes in April and May, March, April, and May, like it's a completely different fishery now. It's like these fish have gotten smart. They've seen thousands of lures this year, and they're just, you know, it's just really tough to get bit. So you got to find a way to get bit. I don't know what that way is yet, but I'm going to give it all I got tomorrow. I'm trying to qualify for the James River BFL Championship. I missed the first tournament of the year on Lake Norman, so I'm like in 70th place or so in the points. So I got a lot of ground to make up. It's going to be really hard. You need a really good finish here. I don't know if I can do it, but we're going to give it all we got, just like I always do. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the morning.
75. Thank you, 75. 76. Thank you, 76. 77. Thank you, 77. 78. Thank you, 78.
big, but he's big enough. Big enough. After the practice I've had, I'm happy to have it.
Three pound.
2 1/4 exactly. But yeah, I don't use a net.
Oh really? I didn't know if you had one or not.
I just find it gets in the way. But if you need something, just holler at me. And if you need me to land your fish for you, I don't mind doing that. Oh. That big. 2 pounds. You slide your rods over, I'm gonna sit down there and land.
Okay.
Ain't even that big. But once again, he's big enough. Right in the nose. I keep losing my drop shot weight. Some daggone read. Losing my drop shot weights. On the side. They're around brush valley. Fish I've caught out of the brush valley. They're fish I've caught from the past.
Come on, bud. Really?
She's got me in a stump. Got me in a stump. Please come out of that. Come on, please come out of that. Oh, come out of that. Please come out of that. Huh?
You still in there?
I don't feel it. My God. There's a brush pile right here, and she's swimming to the doggone brush pile. God, doggone mighty. That was a 3-pounder, I think. Baby. Come on, 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 freaking baby. I got him. Look at that. 2 lure retrievers on it. That's worth a BoomShakaLaka right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is one of the best fish catches of my life. And it ain't even that big, but it's just, dude, that is 2 3/4 pounds of bass that I would not have if it wasn't for 7-pound sniper. 7-pound freaking sniper leader. Unreal, bro. Unreal. I fought that fish for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at that.
Dang.
Two lure knockers trying to get her unhooked. That's what it took, and in 15 minutes of just finessing her. Freaking crazy, man. Freaking crazy. When she came up, she was so tired. She just came up, turned over. She was so tired from fighting. Don't do that. Please. Come on, you're right here. Come on. Go. Yes. That's number 5.
I can't get one. Come on, buddy.
Now, do I have enough to make the cut?
I know I don't. I probably won't fish tomorrow.
I got 5 fish for 11 pounds, 10 ounces. That's what I weighed in. When I weighed in, I was in the last flight. There were still some guys behind me. When I weighed in, I was in 8th place. I think 8th, 9th, something like that. The top 20 get to fish tomorrow. It would mean the world to me to be able to fish tomorrow. I mean, it would just, it would mean the world. I have been doing this for 6 years, and I've never ever made the cut for anything. And I really want to fish tomorrow. I really do. There was even a rumor that tomorrow might be canceled because of the storms that are rolling. As you can see, the storms have started. Okay, so let's talk about today. First of all, it's tough. It's really tough. It's 14 pounds is leading. As it stands right this second, I'm about 3 pounds off the lead. But I only got 5 keeper bites today. 5. And I feel super fortunate to have those. I caught that one in the brush pile. I am super fortunate to have that one. 15 minutes, that's how long I sat there and played with that fish. I knew how important that fish was going to be, so I did not give up on that fish. I mean, I played it and I played it and I did everything I could think of. And if you have followed me for the last 6 years, you have seen that on at least 2 separate occasions I have missed fish that have cost me big. So it feels good to put one in the boat when that was hung up like that. I've got a problem though. The problem is I don't know what I can do tomorrow. I can run the same stuff tomorrow, but there's no guarantee that I'll get even 5 keeper bites again. Not only just 5 keeper bites, but you need to try to find a way to get a little bit better quality too. So I don't know. You know, I've got 160 waypoints out here. I ran most of them today. I kid you not. If I didn't want to try to keep some of my stuff secret, I'd show you my tracker right now on my graph when I'd show you all the waypoints that I got. But about 160 points, and I just hit almost all of them. So that's what it took today to fill out a limit. It's tough, it's tough, it's tough. We've got to figure it out. I'm gonna get up here, put the boat on the trailer, and go find out if I made the cut or not. I hope I did. It would mean a lot to me to be fishing against some of the best guys on this lake. I'm talking about, you know who they are. I don't even need to say their names. You know who they are, who's fishing tomorrow. The guys that are always catching them. And so it would be an honor to me. I'd be incredibly humbled to fish tomorrow against the best of the best on this lake.
9, where you at? All right, come on. Thank you, sir. Guys, remember to clear the no-wake buoys. Heading out boat number 9, Jeffrey Davis, Alex Ortiz. Good luck, anglers. Heading out boat number 10, Tommy Jones, Gary Pruitt. Good luck, anglers.
All right, good luck, bud.
Isn't it? Straight.
What I hit it? Oh my gosh. That thing hit it as I was bringing it back to the boat. Yes, thank you, Lord. I will take it. Good stop, first thing.
That a bass?
You ain't that big. Smallest one in the wolf pack ate it. That's just, look at that.
Chunky, right?
Look at this.
No
That's
baby.
what they're eating.
Yeah.
Look, that's a spot.
Is it?
The heck yeah, it's a spot. Spots are roaming around out here eating bait.
That's the first spot you caught on this lake?
No, I weighed in one yesterday. That is a spot, my friend.
Nice.
12-inch spot. It's eating. That's what they're eating.
No baby.
Another spot.
It's shaky.
Spot.
Head shake.
This is a striper. Oh yeah. Look at that fat thing right there. I bet you that ain't even 14 inches, but look how fat he is. They are full on them little shad. God, I'm gonna do everything I can to make this fish touch, just because he probably weighs more than one of them largemouth in there. God, look at his belly on that. Look, he's so fat it looks like he's got a broken back. I'm gonna do everything I can to make this fish. Are you kidding? 13
Flip them over.
and 15 16. Come on, fish. That is a fat fish. Come on, squeeze him, make him go down. If I squeeze him, push him down, I can hit him, make him touch. Mouth is open. It's so close. It is so close. He's liable to shrink in the doggone box. They say they do that sometimes. On this side, it's not even close. But on this side, I can make them touch barely. But I mean, it's just going to depend on. I'm gonna keep them. And I don't know if they have courtesy measurements or what, but we're gonna try to.
What do you weigh? 2 pounds?
No, he's actually only 1.5 pounds. He is. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him, but I don't think he's gonna. I might have to get him checked.
Got me. Can I throw out there?
Yeah, you sure can. These are bad. They are bass. Thought they were striper, but they're small. Somebody's gonna wreck them today. They are eating so much better today than they have been.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody's gonna come up there with 18 pounds a day. Don't think this one's 14. Cross it? No. Not even close.
Bass?
Come on.
No way. It's bass?
Freaking throwing it flat.
That's good. Looks like it's good.
braid on this, and I'm throwing braid because I can throw it farther and got more.
But hooks it, right?
Yeah, but you lose more with braid. You got the. Good God. Thanks. A lot stronger than what do you look? Caught him in the damn eyeball.
It won't coming off.
He's 14. That one is 14. Just by the nose of his. Yeah, that one's 14. Barely. Got to do better than this now.
Hook you off?
How did that happen? Should not have happened. God, oh, dinks, man. Feels so big. I feel big on this spinning rod. I gotta measure him first. He might keep. I mean, that's really not 5. I got one in there that's 13, 15, 16ths. I'm gonna have to measure him, and I don't know that this one touches too, just barely though. So this one is a keeper. Alright, so, but I got them. When we get to the weigh-in, I'm gonna have to measure that other one again, unless I can find a way to cull it out real quick. Still got no weight today, but I'm at a minimum I have 4. Talk about last minute cold.
You know, it's a crazy part. I have to put that on.
I put this special color on. First time I threw it all day. And like second cast with it. Fat thing right here. I can put my hands around him. Oh man, because I want to keep him. He's actually. It is so close. I mean, I don't. If I throw the wrong one, back, I'm gonna get in trouble. It's touching barely. If I throw the wrong fish back, it's gonna cost me. This fish weighs more than the other one. That's like 15
you have
inches.
5 in there already?
Yes.
Oh yeah, don't risk it then.
And I need to be fishing. It touches, but I don't know. It touches. If I throw the wrong fish back,
That was a little heavier.
I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. That was like that cost me 3 ounces maybe. We've got 6 minutes to get there. My goodness, what just happened? Whew. It's 2 days later now. I finally had time to review all the GoPro footage, get it all put together, did the editing thing, and man, I mean, I'm just super humbled for the, for the way things turned out. I could not have asked for a better tournament. Well, I suppose I could have. I could have asked for about 7 more pounds so I could have won this thing. But as it is, I weighed in over 22 pounds of bass in 2 days out here on Kerr Lake. And I am just extremely grateful that I did. Really, really am. And yeah, I don't even know where to start. So let's start at the beginning. On day one, can we start with the freaking 3-pounder that I worked out of the brush pile? It took 15 minutes to land. I mean, look, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I am on Seagar's protein. Like, I got their sticker right there. I'm looking at it. I got their thing on their little logo on my jersey. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. 7-pound Sunline Sniper. I felt like I needed to be as finessey as possible in this tournament. 7-pound Sunline Sniper. Had that fish wrapped up forever. I'm telling you, guys, I'm not kidding you. 15 minutes from start to finish. And I mean, I knew how important that fish was. I knew I needed to land that fish as tough as the bite was. I got 5 keeper bites all day, and that was one of them. And it took 2 lure knockers to get it off. I got one right here. And these are my homemade lure knockers. All it is a 3-ounce pyramid weight and then a little clip. You guys see that? And that's all it is. And they're super cheap to make, and they will save you a lot of time on crankbaits and a lot of money on crankbaits that get hung up around stuff. And I just had the idea, drop down on that fish and try to ease them out. I dropped one on it, didn't really work. I was like, well, let's just drop another. Let's put 6 ounces of pressure on that line and see if we can coax that fish to kind of swim out of that thing. And damn if it didn't work. And that was just an awesome fish, or just an awesome series of events. And you know, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. I mean, I could have easily just broke that line and been done with it, but that fish, I could tell it was still there, because every minute or so I'd feel a little tick, dunk, 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 something like that, you know, and then the rod would move and just let me know, hey, she's still here. And because the fish had jumped up, I saw how big it was. So, like I say, I had got 5 keeper bites all day. That was one of them. I said in the video, I have 160 waypoints on this lake where I've caught fish. And I cycled through daggone near about all of them multiple times. I did have about 10 spots or so that I felt more confident in because they had more activity on them. And so I really paid really close attention to about 10 places. The thing that made the tournament, though, honestly, I put in about 3 weeks of practice here. My best practice day, though, you know, I fished for about 4 hours on Friday, the day before this thing. And that morning, I found a pocket of bait that had the wind blowing straight into it, and it was loaded with bait. And there was activity in there, and I caught a good fish out of it. And that same pocket, you can see it in the video, I went into that pocket and I think I caught 3 or 4 fish in the tournament that got weighed in. And that pocket, finding that pocket was big, 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 big. And so time on the water is what you need, and time on the water is what I put in. And then once you get the time in on the water, you've got to capitalize on every opportunity that you have. And on Saturday, I did. I didn't miss any fish, didn't lose any fish. I was fishing very, very methodically. I mean, I did everything the right way on Saturday. Sunday was a little bit different story. I let the little meat on the bone Sunday. The bite was better Sunday, okay? I found some schooling fish Sunday, which was always fun. I found some wolf pack Sunday, which I have not seen. Wolf packs, what I call a wolf pack, is a group of 3 to 10 bass that are roaming around looking for food. Those are the ones that are easy to catch. If you see one on your live scope that's just cruising around out there, he's real tough to catch. But if you can find 3 to 10 that are just roaming around looking for food, if you throw at them, it don't matter what you throw at them. You can throw almost anything. You can throw a hot dog at them. They're gonna eat because they're in the mentality of competing with each other to eat first. So you see a wolf pack on your live scope, those are the ones that you can catch. And so I was fishing for wolf packs there for a little while. I've seen some big ones in the wolf pack, some really big marks. It seems like I just kept catching the small ones out of, like the smaller ones were the fastest ones that could react to the bait quicker. That didn't quite work out. I think I did weigh in one though that I caught doing that. So anyway, that's how I love to fish. And I haven't been able to do that in practice. So that bite kind of turned on for me a little bit on Sunday. Got the top water action going. I need to work on my top water setup, okay? I'm throwing it on braid, and I'm throwing it on braid because I can launch it a mile, which is what you need to be able to do to cover a lot of water when you're working any kind of top water bait. I went to Champlain. I lost a couple on top water there, throwing the braid. I either need to go back to mono, change my hooks, or change how I'm setting the hook. As it stands right now, when I'm throwing that top water out there, I'm not setting the hook at all. I'm letting the fish set the hook on itself. So maybe what I need to do is change that around and really just jam it into them. So then when they grab it, the barbs on those hooks go in and they can't shake free. So I might change that up because I really like throwing it on braid. I like this, you know, the feel of braid. You can throw it further. So we'll work on that a little bit as time goes on. But I did leave a little bit out there. I think I lost one that was over 2 pounds, somewhere between 2.25 and 2.5. That would have been at a minimum a 3/4 pound coal. That would have helped me on the scoreboard. I lost another one in a brush pile on Sunday. Felt like a good fish, but never saw it. That fish ate it hard, swam down into there, and just was completely dead weight. It was also early in the morning, so I didn't feel like I needed to spend the time to try to get that fish out. But even when I got over top of the brush pile, I could tell that, hey, there's nothing here. I'm just completely tied up, wrapped up in here bad. So I went ahead and broke that one off. So that was at least 2 right there. The big thing on Sunday, though, coffee break. The big thing on Sunday, though, was just covering water. After about 8:30, it's like died, man. And so I just started hitting all these areas, just bang, 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 bang. And I said, okay, there's a fish here. I can see this fish swimming on live scope, and he's circling this damn brush pile. He just won't eat right now. Okay, I'm gonna come back here in 30 minutes. I go back there, still nothing. So cycle some more areas, just covering water, covering water, covering water. I get down to it's about 1:30, 1:45. We got to check in at 2:45. So I'm really down. I'm kind of down on myself. I got 3, maybe 4 fish in the live well. I got this short spotted bass. I don't know if I can weigh in or not. So really, you know, at a minimum, you know, I kind of really only have 3 fish in there, not 4. So I really need 2 bites to feel confident here that I can bring a limit to the scales. So it's right there at about 1:30, 1:45, about an hour to go. And I pull up to this brush pile that I had just fished an hour before. It's the same brush pile that I broke one off in. And I cycled back through it after about an hour. Co-angler catches a small dink out of it. I don't know if he caught it out of that or something close to it, but either way, he catches a small one on it. And there was a ton of bait in there too. This is a different pocket. And a ton of bait in there. And I just kind of flip into the thing, kind of on the outside of it. Didn't even live scope. I just know where it is. I fished this brush pile 10,000 times. And tightened up on it, and bang, right there, 14.5 incher. Felt good. So I got that fish there with an hour to go. So I definitely at a minimum have 4 fish in the box at this point. And then it's just kind of like, I just had this mentality that, dude, you need to go as hard as you can. Like, you've never been in this spot before where you can have a really good tournament finish on this lake. And really, you're like a 5-pounder away from being dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking for a big bite. You know, I knew the big bites were hard to come by, but I fished like, you know, 1 bite away. And then we're down to about 10 minutes to go, 10, 15 minutes. We're a little bit away from the boat ramp. We're like 4 miles away from the boat ramp. And I have this bank that I've caught so many fish on over the years. Just fish after fish after fish all during the year. Springtime through fall. It just produces all the time. And I think they use this bank as a highway to go in and out of a little creek. So I pull up on it, and this thing has a bunch of stumps on it and brush piles, and it's got a rock pile on it. It's got a bunch of good stuff on it, right? And so I'm thinking, man, what have I not done, and what can I do in the next 10 minutes to get 1 more bite? And I had been throwing a shaky head a lot. And in the back of my mind, I was like, let's just change a color. Don't change a presentation, just change a color. And I'm reaching to my box, and I had this color just sitting there that I said, I'm gonna try this one day. I picked it up, put it on my little owner shaky head, flipped over to this, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I flipped over to something, and on the second cast with it, boom, this fish come up and was like, it was almost 3 pounds. It's a great fish. And of course you saw me in the video, I landed the thing, and so yeah, I fished all the way to the end till I couldn't fish anymore. And then I had to make the decision about the spotted bass. Sometimes with the GoPro, you really can't get an understanding of how big a fish is with the GoPro, because it kind of distorts the image a little bit to make the image wider. So anyway, this big fat spotted bass, I'm talking, this thing was full of shad. I hope you can kind of tell that in the video. And the fish weighed over 1.5 pounds. It was like 1.56 pounds. My smallest fish was 1.34. I got it right here in my catch commander. My smallest fish was 1.34, and this fish was 1.56. And I'm like, but he wouldn't measure. Like, he would only measure if I laid them on one particular side and pushed them down, so all the food in his stomach was spread out and kind of stretched him out. And I was like, if I take this fish to the weigh-in guy, he's not going to do that. He's just going to slap him on the ruler, and when he sees he's 13 3/4 or 13 15 16, he'll be like, hey, this is a short fish. You got a 1 pound penalty and you lose this fish. And then I'm going to be all down on myself. So I played it safe. If I could go back, I don't think I would have changed it. Honestly, I think I made the right call. But it would have been interesting to see if I brought that spotted bass up there and got that extra weight, where would I have ended up? And it would have been interesting to see if I'd have brought that fish up there and be like, listen, man, I can make this fish touch, but here's what you got to do. You got to push on him, and you got to pinch his tail. You got to do a little bit of finagling with him, but she will be a legal fish, you know, if you help me out a little bit. It'd have been interesting to see what would have happened. But overall, man, I don't have much to complain about. I do feel like I left a little bit out there on Sunday, but that's why it's called fishing, not catching. And if you followed me at all over the years, even if you just started watching my videos last year, you saw I fished this same tournament last year and only weighed in 1 fish. I have put in thousands of hours on this lake and thousands of dollars trying to find fish on this lake. And I feel like it's kind of paid off for me this year, you know. I've really tried to hone in my electronic skills and live scope skills and my finesse game. I'm telling you, man, my finesse game is on point right now. I feel like I've just worked so hard with that spinning rod. And it's all starting to pay off just a little bit, you know. And that's what fishing is. That's what this channel is all about. It's kind of showing me grow and the ups and downs of this and the grind and what it takes to do well and struggles. And it's been a lot of that. And you know, it was a struggle this weekend. You know, I got I don't know, 13 keeper bites in 2 days out here, and I put, you know, 11 of them in the boat. So you know, I feel good about how things are. Super humbled considering my history on, you know, on the lake, and maybe I am just starting to figure things out here just a little bit. Co-anglers, I know some of you guys, I've done some research on my channel, and I see most of my viewers are actually co-anglers trying to get helps and tips and tricks on how to catch fish when they're coming in certain bodies of water. So for the co-anglers here, tough day on co-anglers, man. It ain't just me. My guy on Saturday, super good guy. He only got 1 bite all day, a small fish. But you can look at the tournament results here and see, like, it took no weight to win this thing. It took no weight to make the cut. It was just a really tough tournament for co-anglers. And my guy on Saturday really struggled to try to find out how to get bit. I drew a guy on Sunday. My guy on Saturday struggled to get bit. My guy on Sunday, I actually drew him 2 years ago on this lake, and so I had some familiarity with him. So I was comfortable fishing with him. It was a struggle for him too, especially the way I'm fishing. I'm fishing offshore, isolated structure and things like that, where I always get first dibs on it. And it's just kind of hard to fish behind me sometimes. It's not about being backboated. It's just hard to fish behind a guy that's fishing offshore the way I was fishing offshore. I will admit that. But he did weigh in 1 fish, so he had a top 10 finish as well, so I'm happy for him. But overall for co-anglers in this thing, tough. If you're a co-angler and you got to come to this lake this time of year, trust me. You can trust me when I'm telling you this, all right? You need a 3/16 ounce shaky head. You just need to drag it behind you, bro. That's all you need to do, all right? I don't care what you guys doing. I don't care if he's in 2 foot of water, paralleling a bank, or I don't care if he's out there in 30. You need you somewhere between a 1/8 and a 1/4 ounce shaky head on a trick worm. All right, that's all you need to do well out here. And this time of year, well, I can take that back. That's not all you need to do well. That will help you get bites and try to help you get dialed in. Finesse approach is what you need. I had to go as finessey as possible and all the way down to 7-pound line on a drop shot to catch most of my fish. But honestly, if you're a co-angler coming out here trying to figure out how to get bit, I don't care what your guy in front of you is doing, drag a shaky head, all right? and on as light a line as you can. And depending on how deep you are, if you're super shallow, throw it on an 1/8. If you're really out deep, throw it on a 1/4. 3/16 is a great in between. So that's my advice to you. As far as colors go, I'm not gonna tell you a color. You figure that out yourself. All right, so that's it. My family came down to visit for this one. That was nice having them there. They got a little footage and they got to see me weigh in, so it was a good experience to share with them. They've come to one before, that's a couple before, but they've never had anything to kind of see because I never did well. So it was good to finally have a good one with the family was there, and so that was nice. And so yeah, that's it, I guess. I don't really know what else to talk about. I had several guys come up to me at this event and introduce themselves, say they watched my videos. I'm grateful for all of you doing that, and I love to talk to you guys. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what would you like to see. That's about it. One last thing. I am, what time is it? It's Tuesday at 12:30. I am hours, and just hours away from having to pack up and go back at it again. Like, it has been a complete grind this year. Every weekend I'm going somewhere, and so I'm hours away from packing up and going to fish another tournament, a super tournament on High Rock Lake. So I got my mind set on High Rock right now. I'm sure it's a tough bite there as well. So we got a lot to figure out there. So that's where I'm going to be in the next, over the next few days here. And hopefully we'll be able to figure out something there. And so the grind never stops. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to finish up this video and go get ready for High Rock. I hope to see you there.